Today we're going to be installing this 15 amp shore power plug in the side of my camper van.
And I really want to know where the road goes.
For this project we're going to be using the NOCO 15 amp AC port plug, a power strip with a built-in circuit breaker, a heavy-duty 12-gauge extension cord. An optional item that could come in handy is a 30 to 15 amp RV power plug adapter. Other items you'll need is a drill and a 2-inch hole saw with a center guiding bit. I'll also be using this deburring tool or a burr whip to help clean up the edges of the hole we cut. And it's always a good idea to have a project supervisor. I drew a circle. I want it right here. I start by picking out the general area of where I want the plug to be. That also feels like that's about exactly where. And it's also vitally important to take lots and lots of measurements. My power strip is going to be mounted to this power wall that I built, so I want the plug to come in right behind it. So I think what I'm going to do, since this panel, or this power wall, hides this section of wall anyway, is just cut a square of this wall panel out. There's some insulation behind here, and I'll probably cut a section of that out too. And then that'll give me access to the exterior body panel, and then I'll know whereabouts I can go ahead and drill my hole for the power outlet. Now, one thing I need to be careful about cutting this panel is there's a couple air conditioning lines running through here to the rear AC, so I don't want to just go crazy sawing and cutting. So I'm just gonna go one little bit at a time.
Beautiful.
Cutting away the insulation will expose the bare metal of the body panel on the other side. And I'm going to be drilling from the back side to make sure I don't accidentally drill in and clip one of these air conditioning lines. And yes, this is definitely the scariest part of this whole project.
Oh, that's perfect.
Unfortunately, trying to drill through metal with an aggressive bit like this puts a lot of strain on my bum wrist, so I hand the drill off to my buddy Nick and go and watch what's happening from the outside.
There it is.
Now we'll use the burr whip to clean up the edges and make the cut a little bit neater. It's always a good idea to paint bare metal, and I just happen to have this can of color-matched GM paint from another project. I roughly mask off the circle because most of it's going to be covered by the power plug, and then give the bare metal pieces a quick coat of paint. You can be as precise as you want, but I just give the plug a quick eyeball to make sure it's mostly straight. Carefully install the 3 self-tapping screws, or else you'll scratch the paint like I just did. and that's the hardest part done. Now I'll be installing the power strip onto my power wall. I started by drilling a large hole directly behind where the power strip is going to be, and that'll let me feed the large end of the plug through the back of the wall without having a big ugly hole off to the side of my power strip. Now it's time to connect it all up and find something to test the power strip to make sure it all works.
There you go. It's on now. That would be on the 2. Hey, it works. Look at that.
So that's it, that's the whole install. Didn't take all that long. It would have taken me even less time if I wasn't filming the whole thing. So I'm pretty happy with it. It looks good, it wasn't all that expensive, and now if I'm parked up at a friend's house like I am right now, I can go ahead and plug in and not be draining my house battery to charge things like my laptop and things. So I'm pretty excited. I got everything here off of Amazon, so it's pretty simple. Even this heavy duty extension cord. For about $6 on Amazon, you can get this 30 amp adapter, which will allow you to, you plug this into a 30 amp RV plug-in, and it has the normal 15 amp extension cord plug on the back. I never stay in like campgrounds, or definitely not campgrounds with RV parking or anything, but sometimes people will have an RV hookup at their house or something, and it's for $6, it's worth just tossing in your toolbox or whatever to have it just in case. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you on the next one. We got a few more projects to do on the van here. Actually, a lot more projects to do on the van, but a few more to come here in the next week or so. So I'll see you guys then. If you like to follow along with the rest of our adventures, make sure to subscribe, and to make sure you don't miss out on any other videos, click the notification bell as well.